Well, we'll bring the time capsule over to you in about 15 minutes then. And you're in Darwin 313? Okay, great. We'll see you then, Nels. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jean.
Very heavy. Oh, there we go. Oh, God, that's heavy. All right, so we're going to line.
Oh, I have as many cylinders as
Yeah, it just so happened we received a phone call from University Affairs if we had argon, and sure enough we do. And one thing led to another, and here we have a time capsule. Being that argon is heavier than air, slightly, what we're doing, I've got a tube that I'll introduce at the bottom of this cylinder, and we're going to purge the air out, the ambient air that was left inside when packing. To verify that we're actually getting somewhere, we put in a hose here, and our health and safety group, they have some detectors for monitoring oxygen. So I happen to have that stuffed inside here, and a video camera focused at the display. So we'll be able to watch the oxygen level drop as the argon replaces the gas inside. So all I have to do is just hit the valve here. And the purging will start, and we'll see this number drop.
One thing I learned, this works really much better when you take it.
Over at the blue awning, right here on the pathway leading out to the commencement area. We have some wonderful pictures of the history of Sonoma State University. Also, after the College Bowl presentation here, we're going to have a very special event out in the Alumni Grove, out back of the commencement area, the setting of our time capsule to be opened in 60 years.
But the apartments were.
At this time, I would like to introduce our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Bernie Goldstein.
Well, thank you, Lou. This is a privilege for me to be doing this. Sonoma State has a wonderful past, very colorful, quite varied, all the way from granola U to an advanced level liberal arts and sciences university
associated with burying a time capsule. And since there was no time capsule at the creation, I can't use that as a takeoff, although there was one 5 years later. In 1967, it was the spring of '67, we buried one either on an island in the lake, that's one story, or in the bookstore, that's the story that Lou referred to, or out there just past the commons. We frankly don't know where the hell it is, and we certainly don't know what is in it. But I looked at what we're putting in this one, but it was the first housing designed for students, and my wife happened to be a house mother from that, which is why I'm familiar with that. I think what strikes me most about the difference between now and then is how, if someone had projected forward 40 years, how wrong they would have been. They would probably have said, because the master plan said so, that we'd have 10,000 students. We don't have 10,000 students to today, and unless they have 10,000 students at Sonoma State. I have two visions. One is pleasant and one is not so pleasant. The one that's pleasant says we never reached 10,000, much less 15, much less, God forbid, the 22,000 that San Diego State puts on the same piece of land that we have 7,000 students on. And I don't want to ever see that, because the one thing that has remained consistent action, the commitment to teaching and learning above everything else, and the fact that we are a collegial institution, a group of faculty and staff and students and administrators all working toward one goal, and that's the best possible education we can give to our students. And I'm going to bow out of trying to project where we'll be 60 years from now, in the year 2061. Yes, thank you. We have a problem around here. Because I'm hoping whoever stands up here then will say exactly the same things about the institution then that we can say today and that they said back in '62. I want to thank all of you for being here. Oh, and one last thing. I want to introduce the student body president, Remy Heng. Remy, where are you? There he is.
Hello, I'm Ramy, and I'm the current student body president. I'd like to say that Sonoma State has a lot of good people here. It's a beautiful place, and as a student right now, it's small. There's not very many. I mean, I think that's the beauty of Sonoma State, that it is small. You know, I know my professors, they know who I am. I can't walk through the school without saying hi to people, like, on the minute, you know, and I'll still be alive to see the digging up of the time capsule, and hopefully 60 years from now all the construction will be done, and yeah, thank you. Happy 40 years.
Ramy is a man of few words. Okay, I'm reading my script here. It says Lou returns to the podium. Opens the floor to anyone who wants to give a, and it's in capital letters, short anecdote of the university. So, do we have any takers here who would like to talk about some stories? Oh, come on. Here we go. We got one gentleman here.
I developed plans for this campus originally.
Oh, well, welcome.
So I've been around longer than most of you, and it's been a great place to watch it grow. Of course, there was nothing on this campus but the wildflowers. There's a picture. There's a picture that shows me pointing at the...
No takers? Well, in that case, we'll move on, and I'd like to, well, I guess we now will put the time capsule in the hole. So,
Just don't lose it, man.
This side up.
oh, perfect.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Alexander Velasco, who is going to place the brass plaque.
Should we take it out and do it again?
Yeah.
Good luck getting it out. We got the high-speed film on it.
All right.